I was really upset yesterday and I was pretty worried about my weigh-in this morning. Hey guys, it's Heather here and welcome back to my channel. So I have to tell you something, it felt so weird to not be vlogging today. If you are new here and didn't know, I did Vlogtober this year and I am done with that finally. So today was my first free day of no vlogging and it's been super nice. And I bet you can't guess what I did all day with my free time. I shopped. I literally was out the door at about 9 o'clock this morning and I didn't get back until about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So I have spent my day shopping. Probably not a good thing for my wallet, but it was great for my mental health. It just felt really good to get out and do something other than vlog or edit. However, now my house is a mess and I have not started cleaning at all. So there's that. But let's get to today. Today is a weigh-in day. Today is a monthly review day and it's a Tone It Up challenge day. We've got a video packed full of stuff, so I want to get started right away. So I quickly just wanted to review all of the goals that I set for October. My first goal was to reach 170 pounds, which was the next milestone that I wanted to hit. My reward for hitting that milestone was a new purse. We will get to that goal later on in the video. I did try a new Tone It Up recipe every week and you guys witnessed that throughout the challenge. I did make at least one recipe, and when I say recipe, I made a lunch or dinner recipe every week. I also did a lot of their smoothies and their overnight oats and mini muffins and all of that because I love all of those things that they have on the plan. But the goal was to try at least one lunch or dinner from their plan. So for that goal, I would give myself an A. I did not do so well on that because I was more focused on the Vlogtober Instagram posts. I did post every day on Instagram, but it was not always a check-in for the challenge. I think I did a few check-ins for the challenge, but every day I did post my advertisement for my videos. So I don't know that I would grade myself on that one just because I did post on Instagram quite a bit, way more than I usually do. I just didn't always use it for checking in on the challenge. I hit that 24 out of 30 days, which I'm pretty proud of. My mission was to only eat over calories on the weekends a couple times, not every single weekend. That didn't always happen, and I also kind of got sidetracked with my back injury, and when I am injured or sick, I tend to eat. I'm not one of those people who doesn't eat when they're sick, unfortunately. I want comfort food, so I did go over calories a couple times that week. However, I think I did pretty well compared to other months, so I would probably give myself an A- for that goal. You guys know that I do not do so well with water. I did get 15 out of 31 days for that goal, which is better than last month. I will give myself credit for that. However, it's not where I want to be. I'll probably give myself a C, an average grade, since I got about half of the days in there. And finally, for the workout goal, I did that 2 out of the 4 weeks. I was out of commission a whole week because of my back injury. I could not work out at all. I could barely move those days. I have to give myself a free pass for that one. And then the following week, I just had a hard time getting back on the workout wagon. I just was not feeling motivated and I was very drained on energy. I don't know that I should grade myself for this month on that goal, but I'm gonna give myself a B in that just because I'm gonna give myself a free pass on the back injury week, but I really should have gotten back on track the following week rather than continuing on with the laziness, I guess. So overall, I think I did pretty well. Again, I'm gonna get to my weigh-in a little bit later in the video, but I think I did pretty well with all of my goals. So now I want to move on to measurements. I was actually really surprised when I took my measurements. I lost almost 10 inches in the month of October. I don't know if this is because maybe I'm just not the best at measuring or what, because almost 10 inches seems like a lot. I don't know, maybe that's normal? If you know how many inches you're supposed to lose in a month, let me know. Almost 10 inches overall, and as I've done in my past videos, I'm just gonna go over the places that I lost or gained. I also want to mention, I know I don't reduce my fractions. Someone commented about that the last time I did this. I know it's in the Progress app that way, and I really don't want to have to try to reduce my fractions, and then I get so confused every month. I just want to stay consistent with my Progress app, so I'm going to say fractions that aren't reduced. I'm so sorry if you hate that and that's a pet peeve. Just know I know I'm not reducing my fractions, so got that out of the way. For my neck, I finally kind of lost in that area. In my neck this month, I went from 14 14/16 of an inch to 14.5 inches, so that is a loss. For my shoulders, I went from 44.5 inches to 44 inches even. For my bust, I went down a whole inch. I went from 44 to 43 inches, and I am so happy with that. It's the one area I really want to get rid of. I am happy with any sort of loss in that area. My chest, or like my bra band area, I did go down a whole inch there as well. I went from 37 to 36 inches, which is so exciting. I feel like I need new bras now because none of my bras will fit. I think a lot of my bra band sizes are 40 or above. My left bicep I actually gained. I gained a half of an inch. I'm not sure what that's from. I don't know if I just didn't measure right last month or what, because I think last month I went down a half of an inch on my left bicep. It could just be inconsistencies with where I'm measuring. My left forearm, I went down 2/16 of an inch. I went from 9 2/16 to 9 inches. I can't remember what I did for my hips. I think I have a typo on my screen here. I thought it was I went from 42 3/16 to 41 inches, but I have here that I went from 41 3/16 to 41 inches. I'm gonna put that on the screen when I figure out if I went wrong with that measurement. My waist, I went down a whole inch. I went from 39 inches to 38 inches. My left thigh, I went down a whole inch. I went from 24 to 23 inches. This is the smallest my thighs have been in quite some time, which I'm very proud of. And then in my right thigh, I lost a half of an inch. I went from 23.5 inches to 23 inches. My left calf, I went from 14.5 inches to 14 inches. And my right calf, I went from 15 inches to 14.5 inches. So still about a half an inch difference between both of the legs, but they both went down a half of an inch. This is where the big drop was, not my hips. So my love handles, I went from 42 14/16 of an inch to 41.5 inches. That is awesome. My love handles are my worst area. I've said that before. I had the beginnings of a fupa, so that's starting to go down, so I'm happy with that. Now I want to get to the weigh-in. So last week I actually lost 3 pounds, which was a huge loss for me. I had gained the week prior, so I feel like I had like that, when people talk about that whoosh, I had a whoosh week. And I mentioned yesterday that I got on flow early, so I was a little worried about my weigh-in this morning, especially because it's the last weigh-in for the challenge. I didn't want it to affect my total loss for the month because I felt like I made a lot of progress. I was really upset yesterday and I was pretty worried about my weigh-in this morning, but last week I weighed in at 170.8. Let's see what I weighed in for this week. I still had a loss, and it was a pretty darn good loss for being bloated this morning. I lost a pound. I went from 170.8 to 169.8. I am in the 160s. I am so happy about that. Oh my gosh. I don't remember. I'm gonna say this every time I hit these new milestones. I don't remember the last time I was in the 160s. I am so proud of that. Not only did I hit my October goal, I hit my new milestone of getting a new purse. My next milestone is gonna be 165. It's either 165 or 160, which is the halfway point for me. And I don't remember what my reward is gonna be for 165. Well, I'll let you know what it is. I am pumped. This month was definitely a success. So that's a total of 5.2 pounds in October. I've now lost 33.2 pounds in total. I didn't lose all of that throughout my YouTube journey. I did lose some of that prior to my YouTube journey. I think I lost probably 10 of those pounds prior to coming onto YouTube. So 33.2 pounds for my highest weight is a huge deal for me, and I am so excited. I am getting closer and closer to goal. I have about 40 pounds to lose, so that is exciting. So with that weigh-in, I am going to give myself an A for the month of October, especially with the setbacks that I had and how busy I was with Vlogtober. I feel like it was a very successful month. So before I move into goals for November, I wanted to quickly review the Tone It Up TIU for You challenge. You guys saw a lot of the food throughout the month of October. I did not try everything that they had in their plan just because I am not a huge fan of like salads and tons of veggies. I can't do it. I need to, and I've mentioned this before, I need to want to eat what I make because I repeat a lot of meals throughout the week, and if there's something that I just don't look forward to, I'm less inclined to eat it, and then I end up eating out or ordering in or whatever. I stay away from a lot of veggie-filled plans, if you will.
And I know that's probably frowned upon by many,
but it's working for me so far. I do plan on trying to add more greens and things like that throughout my weight loss journey when I'm ready. With that aside, the food in the plan that I tried was really good. The only thing I wasn't too keen on was that tray bake that I made the first week. It was all right, but it was not my favorite. For the most part, what I tried of the food was pretty good. I did want to talk about this a little bit more with you guys. I did talk about this a couple times throughout the challenge, that I just didn't feel that motivated to do the workouts. I feel like it's because I had done Kathy Friedrich workouts prior to doing this challenge, and if you didn't know, Kathy Friedrich workouts are extremely intense, and I don't mean like high intensity. They could be low intensity and still be a huge calorie burner. Kathy Friedrich workouts just bring our workouts to the next level, and I was so used to that. I was used to being drenched in sweat when I was done working out, and I felt like I really did something when I worked out with her. And so doing the Tone It Up workouts, I felt like they were more geared towards beginners. I'm by no means an advanced exerciser, but I'm not a beginner either. I could have increased my weights, and that's a great way for anyone to make those workouts even tougher, is to increase the weights. I just felt like it just wasn't enough. A lot of the weight training, I felt like we would do 2 sets instead of 3, so it didn't feel like a full workout. I know some girls do the workouts twice sometimes so that they feel like they got a good workout in. I don't know if it's the music or what it is. I cannot imagine doing those workouts twice. I just feel like I would be really bored. I was kind of bored through some of those workouts, and it was hard for me to get through them. Music is a huge deal for me when I'm working out, and Kathy Friedrich workouts have the best music ever. I love the music in her workouts, and that's part of what gets me pumped. A couple of her workouts, I literally get goosebumps while I'm doing the workout because I just feel the music in me when I'm doing them. That may be because I'm a dancer and I'm used to, having great music that I move to. So music is super important to me, and I just don't like the music at all with the Tone It Up workouts. I don't know what it was. I just love Kathy. That's all I have to say. If their workouts are your thing, that's great, and their app is pretty inexpensive, I think, for what you get. So if that's something you were interested in, definitely check it out. If music is really what motivates you, this might not be the app for you. You gotta find a trainer or trainers that you enjoy and that motivate you. Otherwise, you're not gonna wanna do them, and that's the problem that I had throughout the challenge, I feel like. All in all, I'd say the challenge, I would give it maybe a B-. I really enjoy the community aspect of Tone It Up, and that's why I continue to do these challenges. I don't know that I'll be doing another challenge. I might, use their hashtags and check in once in a while, but I don't know that I'll be doing another challenge. I do say that every time though, so who knows? Anyway, that was really long-winded. I give the challenge a B-. All right, now we're gonna round out our video and we're gonna talk about goals for November. Now you might be thinking that's like nothing. That's like 3 pounds. There's a reason for that. The first few weeks I do want to focus on losing weight, and then the last 2 weeks when I'm in Arizona, again, I'll be focusing on maintenance. I'm hoping to get down to 167s and then maintaining that through the end of the month. We'll see how that goes. So I did mention that for the first couple weeks in November, I am going to be doing the Step Lovers rotation, the Kathy Friedrich Step Lovers rotation. It's in her Step Boss series. I did that earlier this year and I did the whole way through. It's a great rotation. I loved it because I love step. It has mostly step workouts with a couple full body weight training workouts in the mix every week. I'll be doing 3 weeks of that. My calorie range I am going to change. Last month I was working towards 1,400 to 1,700 calories a day. I'm going to decrease that to 1,300 to 1,600, and that is because I recalculated my maintenance calories and it's gone down with my weight going down, so I am decreasing 100 on each end basically. It's not a huge difference, and I've actually ate at about 1,300 to 1,400 calories anyway the last week of the challenge, so I've slowly been working my way there. That's what I'm going to aim for every day this month, with the exception of, when I'm in Arizona. My maintenance calories that I am shooting for is 2,100 to 2,300 calories a day when I'm in Arizona. Let's hope I can stick to that. I am going to make another habit tracker on Instagram. If you're not following me there, make sure you do so. I do track that and I post it on my stories every day. I don't post much, but I do use stories quite a bit, at least to post my habit tracker every day. But yeah, that was a really long video and now I'm really thirsty. So overall, I'm really happy with the month of October and I'm excited going into the end of the year. I'm excited to see what 2021 brings. I've got a few videos planned already in December as far as like goals for the new year and all of that, and I have a program already picked out for the new year. I'm super pumped about it. I can't wait to share with you guys what I'm planning to do. I hope you all had a happy and safe Halloween and you didn't eat too much candy. Thanks so much for watching today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.